Craig here from Bitsbox.co.uk. This is the second mission in our Dark Vengeance series. This mission is called The Long and Winding Road. This is another single player mission. In this mission you control 3 Ravenwing bikers who have got to go across the board 3 times in 3 separate engagements. In each engagement they will come across some Chaos Cultists who are trying to stop them. So I'll show you the board. So here is the board. It's 24 by 48 inches. So objective for the Ravenwing is to go from one side to the other, and they've got to do this 3 times. They'll have different engagements each time. First 2 engagements they'll come against a 5-man squad with auto pistols and a 5-man squad with auto guns, and they'll have the same number of cultists in the second engagement, and in the third engagement they will come against all the cultists in this set. Now, Chaos Cultists have the first turn. They must always move towards the Ravenwing. So let's begin. The Cultists with auto guns have moved forward 6 inches. And the Cultists with auto pistols also jump forward 6 inches. So now the shooting phase. The 5 cultists with auto pistols will shoot at the bikes. Needing 4s to hit, so 2 hits. 6s to wound, and you get 1 wound. And 3+ save, just passed. So the other 5 cultists will shoot their auto guns. Again, it's 4s to hit. That's 3 hits. 6s to wound. And no wounds. So these cultists over here have to declare an assault. So the Ravenwing gets a snapfire. So I'll snapfire with a twin link bolter's face. So 1 hit. But no wound. And then the plasma gun's gonna overwatch, and nothing. So the cultists declare a charge. They get 5 inches, just not enough. Just not enough for a charge. So now we go on to a Ravenwing's turn. So instead of hanging about to fight, they're gonna zoom forward. They're gonna choose the turbo boost. They go there. Bit of a risky strategy, but I'm going to try it. So we now move into a Chaos Cultist's turn. And they now have to move towards the bikers again, so I shall move them. So both sets of Chaos Cultists have moved forward 6 inches towards the bikes. So I'll start by firing the pistols again. 3 hits. And no wounds. Now the auto guns are going to fire. 6s to wound. And 1 wound. 3+ save. Just failed, so one of the bikes die. So now the auto pistol cultists do have to attempt a charge. So I shall overwatch them. I get no hits. Then I roll 2d6. And they are in. So the Dark Angels attack first. And 3 to wound. So just a 1 wound. 6+ save. Just failed. I have 16 attacks. I'm going to use my dice box for this. They wound on 6s. So 2 wounds. And another one fails. So it's not looking good for the Ravenwing bikers. Maybe should have stayed to fight. So now moving to a Ravenwing's turn, and the Sergeant gets 2 attacks. 1 hit. 1 wound, and 6+ save. Just failed. Hit on 4s. Wounded on 6s. So nothing. So they lose the combat. They have to do a leadership test. which they pass. So now we're back into Chaos Cultist's turn. The Biker Sergeant attacks. Gets 1 hit. And a wound. 6 attacks back from the cultists. Sixes again. And another wound goes through. Just passed. So they lose a combat again. They fail their leadership. So they do an initiative test. Ravenwing gets a 6. Cultists get a 1. So they are wiped out. And Ravenwing consolidate 4 inches. So now you might get away on this pass. 12-inch move, we'll see him go off the board. I'll take him right to the edge, but then he'll turbo boost off. So now we go on to the second engagement. He'll do very well to survive this or the next one, so we'll see how he gets on. So this time he's coming back the other way. The Chaos Cultists go first again. I've set up a auto pistol squad there, and an auto gun squad there. So I'll move them forward 6 inches, and then they'll be able to fire. So the auto pistol squad are just in range. I'm going to fire 5 shots, hitting all 4s, on 6s, so no wounds, and 5 shots again from the auto gun squad, and 6s, so no. Now we move on to Ravenwing's turn. So this time I'm going to try and be a bit more offensive, even though there's only 1 of them remaining. I'm going to fire his twin link bolt guns at this cultist squad. Both hit and freeze, so 1 dies. Then I'm going to declare a charge. So cultist overwatch, and they get nothing. And 2d6. It's only just in. There's 1 hammer wrath attack, which wounds, and 6+ save is made. So now he has 3 attacks on for charging, hit on freeze, wounds on freeze, and then 3 6-up saves. So 2 of them die. You can then pile in, and you get their 4 attacks back. 1 hits, and 6+, which is a 1. Do a leadership test, which is now 5, and they make it. So they stay locked in combat. Now it's the Chaos Cultist's turn. So they just continue this fight. So I'll start with the Biker Sergeant. Freeze to hit, freeze to wound, and 6+ save, just failed. So remaining cultist attacks back. 1 hit, and 6 to wound. She doesn't, so his leadership is now 6. She fails. So initiative test, Ravenwing first. Only got 1. And the cultist made it. So he falls back 6 inches. So I've decided to move him forward 12 inches and then turbo boost him a further 12 inches. So he's right on the edge now. So all he has to do is try and survive shots from these auto gun cultists. So they will move forward 6 inches. This last Chaos Cultist I'm just going to ignore for purposes of this game, as we just assume he's fallen back still. So these guys are within 12 inches, so they get 10 shots, 4s to hit, so 6s to win, but they do get 2 wounds. So there's a big armor save for this guy, and he makes it. So now it's on the Ravenwing's turn, and he'll come off. So here's the board for the final engagement. Our last Ravenwing biker starts here. Over here, we have 5 cultists, 4 with auto pistols, 1 with a flamer. We have another 5-man cultist squad with pistols and the champion. Then we have 5-man auto gun with champion. And over there we have 5-man autogun with heavy stubber. So it's a big ask for our Ravenwing biker to get through, but he's going to try. So I'll start by moving all the colours towards him 6 inches. And all of a sudden things don't look too good for our last remaining Ravenwing biker. He finds himself surrounded by Chaos Cultists. I'm going to start by firing at him with this squad. So firstly, 4 auto pistols, 1 hit, and a 6 to wound, so no wounds. Next up is a Flamer, so it's a 5 to wound, at wounds, so 3+ save, and he survives. However, now he has 8 shots to put up with from these autoguns. So only 2 hits. 6 is to wound, 1 wound. Can he make a save again? He can't. So he goes down. So he did well on his own. Quite obviously, had I not tried to turbo boost the first turn and tried to just kill a small amount of Cultists when I had all 3 bikes alive, I think I would have fared a lot better. Very interested in playing these couple of missions on my own. I don't really see why this has to be a single player mission. Could easily play this with 2 players. It'd be much more enjoyable, that's for sure. I can't say I quite enjoyed playing missions on my own, especially when I'm trying to film them. But I tried my best. I hope you enjoyed them, and I'll see you in the next video, which will be a 2-player mission.